जैसे है, जरा संभल के रह, गमों का बिन चुभे, कहीं ना फूट जाए धरती। ये प्यारे से गुब्बारे ना फिर मिलेंगे सारे, बेवकूफी होगी यार ये तेरी। एक से ही काहे खेले तू, पूरा कुछ ले ले तू, सजा ले मेरे तू, बोल कैसा लगता है ए दिल तुझे पता है, ये लम्हे और क्या है जान ले, किस्म किस्म के हैं गुब्बारे गुब्बारे। गुब्बारे 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 गुब्बारे, कि चाहे जितने और तू भुला ले, गुब्बारे गुब्बारे, हम मुस्कुरा के सीने से लगा ले।
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I hope you all have had a great start to the week. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes. And as we wait for a few more people to come into the call, it would be great if you can actually all share in the chat about the prompt on screen. I can see that a couple of us have already done that, so it would be really nice to hear from everyone who is here. So if you can head to the chat and share in one word, what do you think of when you hear the term holistic education? It would be really nice to see your responses. Yeah, you can keep your responses coming as um, we go through this next few minutes. So we'll get started with a brief introduction of the space and our facilitators today. So my name is Inika and I work with the Firki team, and I'm here with Pratibha as well from the Firki team. We're here just to support you with anything that you may need navigating through the next 2 days of the workshop. Before we get started and hand it over to the facilitators, just a couple of few things about the workshop and the features that we may be using. So you can join us on two platforms for the workshop. One is through the Zoom call, which is the link through most of you all have joined. And the second is YouTube as well. So we'd encourage you to, as far as possible, join us through Zoom itself because it's more interactive. You'll have the ability to actually chat and interact with our facilitators as well. But if for any reason you're having any bandwidth or application issues, you can also join us through YouTube. That link will be in your email inboxes in the next couple of minutes. A couple of features just to navigate through the next hour or so efficiently. The first is the mic. So you can see all of these in your Zoom taskbar. You can use this to unmute or mute yourself when you want to share something. The second is the video feature. So it's basically to keep your videos on. It would be great in the spirit of interaction if we can keep our videos on. But if you're not comfortable or you have bandwidth issues, you can feel free to keep your videos off as well. Lastly is the chat feature. So you can use this to share and paste any messages to everyone on the call, our peers here, as well as our facilitators. A couple of norms for the session. So we request you, like we mentioned, to keep your cameras on if possible and if you are comfortable for effective interaction. The second is to avoid any kind of disturbances. It would be great if you can keep yourselves on mute unless you're asked to come off mute and share. The third is use the chat box and raise hand feature to ask any questions you may have. Participate enthusiastically through the session. So this could look like sharing reaction buttons or putting your thoughts in the chat box, sharing your reflections when asked. Take notes to capture your learnings. And finally, there are over 70 of us on this call. So let's make sure that we're being respectful and kind to everyone over here so we all feel safe to share our thoughts and what we might want to reflect about. Yeah. Um, with that, welcome to the workshop Unpacking Holistic Education. This workshop is brought to you in collaboration with Enabling Leadership, which is a global non-profit organization. Enabling Leadership reaches nearly 10,000 children from underserved communities across 4 different countries. And through their programs, they aim to equip these children with essential life and leadership skills through the medium of music, football, and Lego. With these programs, they hope and empower children to become responsible and global citizens and change makers. From Enabling Leadership, we have three facilitators joining us today, and you can read more details about them on this screen. But we have with us Abhimanyu, Rashmi, and Aryaman. All three of them are program directors of three different, very interesting programs at Enabling Leadership, which is Play, Build, and Create, respectively. So, through these programs, like we spoke about, it's based on building leadership values, mindsets, and attitudes through the medium of football, Lego, and music, respectively. Pratibha and I have actually been in 3 or 4 different sessions of holistic education taken by Enabling Leadership, and our reflections are always so rich. And we forget that we're here to like support, and that we just become part of the session entirely because it's so much fun to do that. So we're really excited for what the next hour over the next 2 days also that we have in store for you. Yeah. So, with that, I'm going to actually hand over to our facilitators, and I hope you all have a really great 1 hour. Yeah, over to you, Abhimanyu.
All right, I hope everyone can hear me. So, welcome to today's session on holistic education. And just before we get started, I saw a lot of you using the chat, and I really like that all of you are. So, I know some of you maybe didn't get a chance, but yeah, I just want to get to know where all of you are from. And essentially, on your chat, just put down just your name, where you're from. You can put down your organization name or the place that you're from, and what is your favorite food. Wow, okay, great. We have people from a lot of different places. Interesting. Somehow Chinese and Pani Puri have become a theme here. All right. Awesome. Keep it going. Keep it going. That's great. Okay. Good to see all of you using the chat and make sure that we're continuously doing this, right? And just, I think before we start off, just some things I just want to reiterate. I think Kanika just shared this with us as well. Just feel free to use the raise hand function anytime that you want. If you have any questions, please ask. This is a good learning space for that. Use the chat as much as you can. Use the reacts. If you like something, go and give them a heart emoji. Uh, if you want to clap, if you want to give a thumbs up to someone, please do that. Make sure that you also have your pen, pencils, or your notepads with you, right? So we're going to do a bunch of activities which will help you with this, and it will also help you make some notes that you want, right? And very, very important, this is a non-judgmental space, right? We don't want to judge anyone. There is no right or wrong over here. We're all here to just explore some new topics that we've come across, and at the same time we want to ensure that it's a safe space, right? So if I had to ask you one question, right, what are some of the key aspects of holistic education? What would you say? So I know some of you defined holistic education a while back, but if you had to just talk about some key aspects of it, what would those be? You can take some time to think about it. Okay, someone says overall development, inclusive, great words, all round. Okay, joy in learning, quite interesting. Engaging, interactive, social and emotional well-being, self-awareness, values and character. Okay, honesty, kindness, respect, very nice. Beyond syllabus completion. child development in all domains, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, okay, teamwork, communication, academic and personal development, okay, physical growth, emotional growth, okay. All right, so there seems to be a bit of a theme that all of you are talking about, right? And I think that's where we want to go. And essentially, we do want to talk about the idea of holistic education in the sense of two things, right? One, that all of us agree that it is something that is beyond just academic education, right? So most of you have said overall development, physical development, mental development, right? So we want to talk about how it is something beyond just academics, and the other thing that we want to sort of cover is how it is something that is practical, right? It is not something that you will see in textbooks. It's not something that you will just read and write about, but something that you want to do. You want to learn while doing it, right? So these are the two things that we'll be focusing on. And along with this, right, if you have to think about what is currently missing in the traditional way of teaching or the way we've seen education so far, what is it that is missing and we are unable to get the holistic education? So it could be maybe some systems that are not in place. It could be some practices that people don't follow. Okay. Someone says students, agency, teaching methods. Okay. Too much emphasis on academics. All right. Oh, learning focused on finding jobs. Very, very important. Language barrier. All right. Lack of training and awareness of what holistic education is. Absolutely right. Time constraints, all right, critical thinking and problem solving, constant comparison, so who's not been there, lack of basic knowledge, okay, thinking classroom, someone said outdated syllabus, discipline, basic knowledge of it, okay, life skills are still secondary, okay, that's an important point. All right, great, I think these are really, really good points that all of you have shared, right? And like I said, we are just going to give you an idea of, what we do as an organization. And before we get started off on explaining that, there is something that all of you are hinting towards, right? And a very big part of holistic learning would be something called experiential learning, right? Where you want to learn by doing something, right? And in our organization, that's exactly what we do. We run three programs where we are focusing only on experiential learning to ensure that we are able to inculcate holistic education. So Rashmi will just take us quickly through as to how we achieve that process, and then we'll move forward. Yeah, Rashmi, over to you.
Thanks, Manu. Yeah, hi everyone. So, we're just going to look at how our organization that's enabling leadership looks at the entire approach of experiential learning. And what we do, as I think already Inika and Manu shared, we use three mediums: football, music, and Lego to actually inculcate the leadership skills. And why we are using these mediums? Because we feel that they are one of the most, if not the only, best methods to actually teach leadership skills to students, because they really promote a lot of teamwork, collaboration, and they actually help the individuals to think outside the box, to really adapt to challenges and really find unique solutions. We also focus on doing this early with our students, let's say as you see, during the age of 9 to 15 years, because we feel that's the most impressionable age where the students are receptive to engage in the program. And specifically for us, uh, I think someone's okay. Thank you. So we especially do this at a certain age because we feel that's the most impressionable age to engage with the students, since all these lifelong habits, behaviors, and skills need a sustained effort. So we need the most impressionable age to actually do this. Uh, at the same time, we also engage with the students, family members, the parents, the communities they're a part of, so that we can give an holistic environment to the student, which is very supportive of them to be able to grow in the leadership skills that we are focusing on. Yeah. So now, since we've understood a little bit about, experiential learning of what EL is doing and how we are actually doing that, focusing on the students in the age of 9 to 15, let's just explore some activities and we'll get back to understanding holistic education and experiential learning a little bit more. So what I want you, all of you, to do is have a notepad and a pen or a pencil around you, and close your eyes and just hear what I say. So I want all of you actually to close your eyes and just imagine to what all I'm going to say. Okay. Imagine you're stepping out of your house and walking down your street. What do the streets really look like? Are they busy or are they quiet? How are the roads? Are they smooth or bumpy? Are there any issues that you really see, like maybe garbage on the streets? Or is everything really clean? Do you notice any footpaths? Or are there any missing? Are the streetlights working properly? Do you see areas that are really safe and not dark? Do you see trees around you? You can all open your eyes now. And I hope all of you were able to imagine something when you were thinking about few things that I said. So, what I would want all of you to do now is, we've talked about all these things and imagined some of it while stepping outside our house. So, now I want you to make a sketch, a community sketch of the solution to the problems that you noticed, right? And you can pick only one problem. Just focus on one problem that you want to address and maybe sketch a solution around it. Okay. And your solution that you draw or sketch needs to be tangible, something that can be really seen, or it could also be a product solution. Okay. So that's what you have to do for the next 5 minutes. But before we go ahead, Manu, can you just go to the next slide? Yeah, thanks. So before we go ahead, does anyone has any questions about what do you have to do? You can probably just give me a thumbs up so that I know that you've got what you have to do for the activity. Or let me know if you have any questions on the chat. Okay. So the idea is you pick up any issue that speaks to you the most based on what you really imagined, and what is the solution looking like, and you have to sketch the solution. Okay, we'll give you 5 minutes for it, and I'm just going to show you some examples. Okay, so can we just see some examples on the screen? Yeah, these are some examples drawn by students and some participants, where they wanted to figure out something related to the garbage and how can it be cleaned up with the help of the waste pickers around. So they made like an application, like a phone app, and they sketched that along with showing how it can be cleaned. So that's a simple example. And yes, please don't worry about your artistic skills. Okay, the focus is more on the problem that you pick and the solution you want to build. Okay, So that's what we'll focus on. And your 5 minutes starts now. Okay, we have the last 2 minutes left. So quickly start wrapping up. And please click a picture of your sketch and keep it handy. Thanks to everyone who's actually sharing on the chat. But we also want you to actually, if you've clicked your pictures, because we have the last 30 seconds remaining, we'll be sharing uh, on the screen a QR code. You can scan that and upload your pictures on a Padlet link. We'll also share the link on the chat. Okay. So you just have to click on the link or scan the QR code from the screen and upload your drawings, sketches on that link. So here comes the QR code. You can scan this and put your pictures, or you can also click on the link that Enika has shared on the chat. Okay, I can see one picture which is uploaded. I can see two on the chat. Can you all quickly start uploading them so that all of us can see our amazing drawings, sketches? Thanks, Piyush. Oh, great. We have some on the chat now. Okay. You can also check what others have sketched when they have uploaded on the Padlet. Okay, I think since most of you are uploading and some of you have uploaded, can a few of you, if you want, on the chat, you can also unmute and share. Actually, tell us what is the problem that you thought of and what is the solution that you sketched. And if you would like, we could actually share the Padlet on the screen. Me. So, Manu, if you stop sharing, I can share the Padlet.
Can I start?
Yeah, sure. Piyush.
Yeah. Like I posted a picture based on missing rainy days because since last many days it is happening. The rain is like not continue. So like we are going through the some rainy day related issues. So I thought like let's think of it's raining and all. I design in that way.
Okay. Thanks, Piyush. So that was something that you were missing, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay. So that is your problem, right? The missing part of the rain, correct?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you think of any solution? How would you get water if it's not raining?
No, I didn't think of anything.
Okay. So maybe in the meantime, while others share, you can actually think about that as well.
Okay.
Lakshmi, yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you. I have posted that AI illustration. Sorry, I was traveling, so I could not draw, but I thought at least let me make a use of this. So the problem when you were telling, when I closed my eyes, the major thing that reflected every day when I walk, I see a lot of women having the domestic pressure of doing things, managing everything. And I also work in the same sector, like closely with the families. So this is actually something tested also. So we called out something called community circle in Anganwadis, and we invited parents, both the genders, and also the family members, and we made use of role plays on how opposite gender feel when the total burden is on one person, and that really worked well. And at least we could not change 100%. I see some of them at least have changed. So that is what I feel. And awareness is very powerful tool. We may not be able to change 100%, and but at least one or two is a major thing for me. So role plays works well. So this is something I wanted to share. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Lakshmi. That's so nice of you to actually share with us, and it was probably great hearing about that awareness campaign. Preeti, would you like to go next?
Yes, yes, definitely. So I stay inside the road. Like, but whenever I come to the road, I walking down the street, and whenever I come to the road, that time it is the road is very very busy, and there is no signal, as well as there is no. In fact, the signal is there, but it is not working. But there is no traffic policeman over there. So I am finding if traffic policeman would be there, then definitely the traffic will go smoothly, and paddlers will do not have to worry like dhakka lag gaya and all that, fell down, and there are many senior citizens also walking, but no traffic policeman is there. So I think that if that would be there, then definitely it will help for the paddlers.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you have also put your explanations on the chat, and you've also added your pictures on the Padlet. Thank you so much, and for all the solutions that you're thinking for in and around your community. So, in the interest of time, we'll go to the next activity, but please keep uploading in the background. I will definitely go back and check out all the sketches and probably read what you've written in some of them. So, we'll now move on to the second activity, and I'm going to hand it over to Ariman for that.
Thanks, Rashmi. Hi, good evening, everybody. It was really good to see these amazing ideas that you just shared, and keep them coming in. And now we are going to try and do something different. We are going to try and make music. So I would like to have all of you also participate, because I think we are all going to do it together. Let me just quickly share my screen. Give me one second. Is my screen visible to all? Okay, I can't see myself though.
Yeah, Ariman, go ahead.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So I'm sure you can see some colored rows and columns here. And what we are going to do is, first, I would want you to listen to what I have made here. Okay. And once you have heard that, there will be a poll. You have to rate this melody. Uh, one being the worst, like terrible, not good at all, and five being like Grammy worthy. Okay, excellent. So I would like all of your inputs. So let me just quickly play this tune. Let me know if you hear it also. Were you all able to hear it?
We could hear it. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so now there'll be a poll that'll appear. I want you to rate this melody here, and let's see. Okay, all right, we are getting some threes, some fours. All right, we're getting a bunch of threes and fours.
Actually reminded us of the, video game music, Mario and all. Thank you for that nostalgic moment.
I'm sure it must have somewhere inspired me because I am also a big Mario fan, arcade game fan. So okay, I think we are getting a lot of threes and fours here. I'll end the poll here. So basically, we got a lot of threes and fours is what we got. How do I get back to that screen?
Just close this, no, everyone left out.
Where's the option? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So now what we're going to do is now basically I would like your help to make this melody go from threes and fours to fives. Okay. So in order to do that, what we'll do is you see these sets of rows and columns and these colored parts, right? Those are the tunes. So I'm going to try to give you a few options here. Okay. So I'm going to move this one, okay, either higher or lower, and then you will have to put in the chat, okay, what do you prefer better? So I'm going to make you hear all the three versions, okay? The original version, then the higher, and then the lower, and so on and so forth. And then you have to tell me by voting in the chat box whether you like the higher melody better or the lower melody better. And once we are done with all of that, we'll do the polling again. So here we go, okay? So first, I'm going to play the melody as it is again. Just okay. Now I'm going to move from the second row. Okay, so I'm going to move this first high here, and now I'm going to move this lower. So now tell me, what do you all think is a better choice of note here? Was it the higher one or was it the lower one? Okay, feel free to put in the chat, and we will determine the position of this particular note based on your inputs.
Okay, so right now lower is winning. Okay, no, higher is back.
Higher is back.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
It's
okay,
it's
cool.
actually almost, and actually there's an interesting response as well. Depends upon the mood.
Okay, but
And
I
there's
want
original also. Okay, Aryaman. So there's one competition between the original. Then it's a tie as
what okay. In the interest of time, I'll choose higher for now because that's what I heard last. Okay. We'll move on to the next one. We'll move on to the blue note. Okay. Let's do the same thing here as well. First, I'm going to move it higher and then I'm going to move it lower. So I'm going to play now. And now I'm going to move this lower. Okay. You guys can start putting in your options in the chat box. Let's see.
Okay, we have probably a clear winner. It's higher.
It's higher, right?
Yes, there was only one lower and a lot of it was higher. Like, and still, there's an original as well. So yeah.
It's an original as well. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll move to the higher. I think next time I'll have to work harder at making a worse tune than this. So, okay. All right, so I placed it in the higher section now. Okay, and we are going to move on to the next one now, the orange one. Uh, First, I'm going to move it higher. All right, and then I'm going to move it lower. So let's see. Here it goes. All right, and now I'm going to move this to the lower note. All right, you can start putting in your options.
It's actually lower, higher, both original. It's all mixed this time, okay?
Okay, then
No,
we should have had the poll here. Yeah,
it's actually,
but
we do have a lot of original, by the way. And I see higher also.
all right. So if you had to determine between original and higher, what would you give me an option as? Because I need to choose one. So
Original.
original.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm going to keep it here. Okay. We'll move on to the next block, which is again the orange note here. Um, I'll do the same thing here. All right. And let's see how it sounds. First, I'm going to put it higher. Okay. Here it goes. All right. Now I'm going to move this lower. All right. What do you guys think? Higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Okay. We'll move on to the next note now then, in that case. Let's hear it with a higher note first. Okay. All right. Now we will move the note lower. Okay. All right. What do you guys think? Higher note or the lower note?
It's the lower. Okay. It's the lower note. The
Let's
moment I
wait
feel
for
like
two
the
more.
majority is lower, I see two, three hires coming up.
We'll wait for some time to let them give their input. It's okay. You can tell me a little bit later,
You
maybe
can
like
keep
10
putting
seconds.
it on the chat, everyone. Thanks for actually sharing your honest opinions as well. Original or if need be higher, but then we have lowers as well.
Okay. So should I go for lower here?
Yeah. I hope I'm not the biased person who's just saying because of the chat what I see, but yes, you can go ahead with lower.
We'll all have to trust you on this. It's okay. I'm going with the lower note. Then I'm not moving this. It stays put here. We'll move on to the next note, the second last note here. And I'm gonna first put it higher and then I'm gonna put it lower. Okay. Let's hear it out. So this was the higher positioning of this note. Now we'll go for the lower positioning. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. What do you think? Higher or
Lower this. Okay, see, the moment I said it, we have a high.
lower? Let them keep
Yes,
putting the
let
responses.
all of you please share with us what do you like more. Okay, so there's a mix, Aryaman.
There's a mix.
Yes, we do
Okay.
have a mix. And this time you can choose a different person to probably let you. More lowers. Okay, Manu says we do have more lowers.
We have
So
more lowers.
yeah, we can go
All
ahead
right.
with lower.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to leave it here. All right. I hope all of our efforts is making this tune better. We'll find it out later. On to the last note now, guys. So let's just hear the entire chunk first. Then I'm going to put this higher and lower. Okay. So I'm just going to play it as it is 2 times. All right. And now I'm going to put this higher. Okay. Now I'm going to put this lower. All right, guys. What do you think? Higher or lower? Rashmi, what responses are we getting?
We got a lot of higher in the starting, and
Okay.
then we also got another interesting response. This one depends upon the mood. Okay.
Yeah,
And
so you have to choose your choice based on your mood, right? So all of you can choose on that.
I think there's a lot more higher than lower, by the way.
You're sure, right? Okay.
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put it here then. All right. So now what I want you guys to do is to quickly use the poll to rate this version of the melody that we have all created together. All right. And I'm gonna uh, wait. I had to play it once so that they could have heard it. But one second, I just play it. All right. Wow. So now we're getting more fives, more fours, and more fives. Nice. Nice. Definitely more fours and more fives for sure. So I would say that you guys should give a big round of applause to all of yourselves. Well done, guys. Uh, you've definitely improved the song and the melody, I'm sorry, and made it from 2, 3, 4 to, more higher than 4 and 5. So thanks a lot for participating in this. And over to you, Rashmi, for the next bit.
Thanks, Araman. Thank you for doing the amazing and music activity. For everyone else, this is actually called the Google Melody Maker, if I'm not wrong. You can use it in your free time. You can also create some music and some amazing melodies by moving the bars up and down. We can also share the link with you later to actually go ahead and use this. So we are going to come back. Um, and ask, like, I'm going to come back and ask all of you a question because we are almost nearing the end for today's session. Now, when you think about what actually makes education holistic, how do you think you will connect the two activities that we did today, right? The community sketch that we did earlier, and then this music activity. How do you think this actually connects to holistic education? You can add your responses on the chat. If you want to unmute and speak, we could have one or two of you share.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Hi, yeah, please go ahead, Hasina.
Ma'am, it connects to the emotion, body, and mind also, ma'am. These two activities make more this thing. They are more connected to the body, mind, and emotions.
Okay.
So they work a lot with the children, ma'am. Their
Thank-
activities will make them alert.
thanks, Hasina, for sharing. We can have one more person share. Yes, Swati.
Good evening, everyone. I personally want to thanks first that these activities were kind of inclusive. One which made to think and draw and go ahead to take the proper decision. The second was engaging with the mind, music, and mood. So somewhere when we are talking about holistic, it is not only about hands-on working, having too many activities. We need to see that three H are involved: heart, hand, and when we say like head, so brain, mind, and activity, hands-on things, everything should go together. And as it was coming again and again, it will sometimes depend on the mood. So that is also very important, that we should be able to understand from the learner's perspective. No matter what wonderful education or session plan I have, I need to understand the feelings and the vibes of my class also. So I felt that it is connecting with the 3H, that holistic learning is all about the 3H are completely engaged, involved, and kept in mind when we are delivering anything in the class.
Thanks, Swati. Thanks for sharing. That's such a great reflection. I'm also seeing so many reflections in the chat, and they are all so great about how do you feel, about how it's about involving the learners. And I think we had one more hand raised up. We could take that as one of the last responses for today's session. If I'm not wrong, Tasneem, would you like to share?
Yes, hello everyone. This is Tasneem from Bangalore. This hands-on activity really plays a very important role. As our school is having hands-on activity, the child is learning from activity based. Like I'll take a topic of math, that is place value system, where we are making a child to understand the places, the value of the place with the help of a material like units, tens, hundreds, and thousand. Alhamdulillah, the UKG child is able to understand the place value of units, tens, and hundreds by working with the material. Coming to a music part where it's a type of attention grabber, we can pull the child who is going out. Like if the child is getting distracted with some music, we can pull the child towards us. So this like how my friend sister told Swati, it's like all of three heads. So I also go with her words. Thank you.
Thanks, Tasneem. Thanks everyone for sharing on the chat. I think all that you've shared really makes sense. Actually, exactly what you've said were the points that we wanted to really focus on with the activities that we did today. It was actually to really ask you to create something, think about it, and then share your ideas with all of us here on the call, and to get feedback, to refine what you are already working on in terms of the music melody. So, this is actually the heart of holistic education, experiential learning. That loop of doing something, creating, sharing, then getting feedback is at the heart of it. So, please keep this in mind and also think about it a little bit more deeper. And of course, if you have something more that you would like to share, we'll connect back tomorrow again, and we'll start from here where we'll go a little bit more deeper into understanding what really is there inside experiential learning or holistic education, and how we can take it to our classrooms. And we'll do that tomorrow. So thank you everyone for joining the call, for being such enthusiastic audience to participate and be always there on the chat. So thank you for joining in, and we'll see you tomorrow, Inika, if I'm not wrong, at the same time for the next
Yes,
part.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So over to you if you have something to share.
Yeah, thank you, Rashmi, and thank you, Rashmi, Aryaman, and Abhimanyu. This was such an engaging space. It was so nice to see what y'all were able to build and bring to our participants. And thank you, everyone on the call as well. I think like your reaction game is very strong. All of you seeing some really engaging audience over here, so very happy to see that. This was just like building the beginning of the session and the workshop. Tomorrow, like Rashmi said, we're gonna meet again to like deep dive into what we started over here. So please do join back at the same time tomorrow and be just as engaging. So thank you so much, everyone. It was great to have you all over here, and y'all can feel free to drop off if y'all don't have any